Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play Through Daybreak Part 113, and I will go ahead and say when we started this video, or when I loaded the game up, we just started the video seconds ago, but prior to me starting the video, actually, basically I'm a liar. I did have a slight mental crisis when I was like, why the hell are we still in the movie theater? Didn't I start the last video in the movie theater, but we just didn't move out of the movie theater because we just did connection events, I guess, or we came back here? What did we do last time? I guess we did movies and connection events? I don't know. Because we did movies like a couple of videos ago. Why are we in the movie theater? Van! Explain yourself. Alright, Van. I'm gonna believe that it's time to progress the main story. Should I go talk to that idol about her friend now? I gotta do it soon, but it doesn't have to be right now. You'll no longer be able to use her free time points. Not my free time points! Alright, let me go see my client. You must be the idol that put in that request. Sailor, right? Nice to meet you. Haven't you been stalking me for the last 3 to 4 months? Oh wow, so the rumors really are true, huh? If you're here, does that mean you're willing to hear me out? Yeah, probably best not just stand around talking like this, though. Why don't we grab a seat and take it from there? Yeah, there is a serial stalker going around listening to everybody's conversations and forcing them to... Yeah, he's just freaking... Get forked, nerd! Forcing them to reveal their deepest, darkest inner thoughts to him for some reason. Also, what the bird? You mentioned that you were supposed to be putting on a street performance tonight. Sounds like your partner didn't show up when she was supposed to. That's right. Lula did mention to me that she had work today. But she said she would be done well after sunset, so we planned to meet up here directly when she got off her job. Do you people not have phones? I was just getting later and later and she was nowhere to be seen. Over an hour passed and I still hadn't heard from her, and I decided to visit her place. Makes sense to me. Sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to do. If you don't have a phone, I suppose. When I got there, I knocked on the door but didn't get an answer. I have a key to her apartment that she lent me, so I used it to poke my head inside and found a note she left on the table. Reading that note left me so concerned, so that's when I contacted you so you could hopefully look for her. I mean, what does the note say? I'm gonna be really vague about it, shut up. Makes sense. What was written on the note? I can't tell you, because it would... you gotta go to the National Forest and dig up a summary of the note. There were only 2 things scrolled down on it. Bread and milk. One was a name I didn't recognize, Clement, and the other was part-time 1,000 mira an hour. 1,000 mira per hour, that's what we charge at the base rate of my agency. That's pretty damn good for some side hustle. Some might say even too good. Practically screams something's not on the up and up if you ask me. I think so too, huh? I figured that was a distinct possibility. Now, Van... Buddy... Most of your workday is spent walking around the city, talking to people and watching movies, and hanging out with your friends. I feel like it would be hard to consider your job anything but a side hustle. And if you're able to make 1,000 mira an hour, does that mean you're scamming these poor people, Van? Case we saw this morning was another instance of someone getting caught up in sketchy part-time work. Was it? Wasn't it somebody who got fished? It's entirely possible this might be connected somehow. Am I forgetting something? The thing about Lula is she comes from the countryside. Was one of our only... Whoa, wait, what was our main quest? No, our main quest was Maxim. And our side quest was dude who got fished and a monster. She's a really honest girl at heart and tends to take people for their word, for better or worse. That's why I'm really worried about her. I'm scared what she might have gotten herself into. I guess maybe he's talking about the gang guy? I mean... but I feel like he knew he was committing a crime. I can understand, or at least something that's gonna morally get you punched in the face. At this point, you've given me everything I need to know. From what you've told me, this is definitely a job for a Spriggan. Being as it's so urgent, and I'll go ahead and get to work immediately. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to help me. Don't mention it. Tell me a little bit more about Lula. She been acting strange in any particular way? Actually, now that you mention it, I've been seeing her spending time with an elderly woman who looks pretty well off. When I asked her about it, she said she was escorting her as part-time volunteer work or something. That was news to me. The fact she was doing anything like that, it felt really strange. I mean, it's nice of her to want to help and all, but I know for a fact she really shouldn't have the time to spare for that right now. That's because we're both trying to save up our money so we can put on our dream concert. We're busy as it is just working on that. Which is probably where that 1,000 mira per hour comes in. She could be earning that much from that Clement person as compensation for helping. That was my hunch too. I don't know the name of the woman who has been looking after her, or else I'd be more than happy to help you. She did say the other day the woman bought her clothes at the Chardin boutique in the department store. Does that help? Yeah, it's a good jumping off point for me to start looking for. Once we're done talking, I'll make my way straight to that boutique and have a talk with whoever I find there. And whoever I don't find there. As for you, I think you should stay here for the time being. I know it's well past when you two are supposed to meet up, but it's always possible she could just be running late and still show up. That is true. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks again. Also, because we're a lawful Spriggan, we're going to report you to the police for breaking and entering. Van hurried over to Jardin Boutique without delay. Welcome to Jardin. How may I help you, sir? You don't really look like you're the type to shop at this establishment, if you get what I'm saying. I wanted to ask you something, actually. Van introduced himself and asked the man if he had seen Lula and a well-dressed woman in the shop recently. I suspect you're referring to Madame Daphne. She is one of our regulars. She actually happened to stop by a few days ago, accompanied by a young woman. I thought she was Madame Daphne's granddaughter, but I see I was mistaken. Two must have seemed fairly close for you to get that impression. Probably 'cause she's a damn vampire who's gonna steal her body. Or something. Oh, they most certainly did. Guess you haven't seen him today? A correct assumption. I hear that Madame Daphne frequents the Erland store in the Side-End district as well as our own. Perhaps she may have visited there today instead. I hear she was on good terms with its manager too. Erland, over in the Side-End district. Got it. Thanks for the info. You're quite welcome, sir. Alright, let's go. Van teleported. Which ones are... I mean, the only closed place is the lady.
Guess it's time for me to leave.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Good topic.
Let me ask you something.
Daphne and Lula, yeah, they're regulars here. They dropped by earlier this afternoon, right on time. Bingo. You're aware of their relationship by chance? Sure, I just met Lula recently. Aren't she volunteers for this assisted living nonprofit in her spare time? She gets assigned to help out the elderly and disabled with stuff like shopping, that sort of thing. Alright, fucking hold it. Time out. Time out. Tell me this rich ass motherfucker is getting free volunteers to escort around town? Now, I'm not saying that that's not a noble thing to help out the elderly or whatever. This lady's out buying luxury damn clothes and she's got... Who's funding this charity? Is it privately funded? If there's any state dollars going to... If my tax dollars are going to fund some old woman to have a shopping companion when she's rich as hell, oh man, we're gonna have another revolution. Daphne doesn't have any relatives, so who is a big help for her? Gotcha. What I heard though is this Daphne lady ain't exactly hurting for money. Yeah, get him, Van! Have you been going to the society meetings? So why don't you look for a free helper instead of a maid or something? Well, rich people are pretty stingy. You know, Daphne isn't sure herself. I recall she said she wanted to pay Lula directly, actually. Lula's told me she gets some payment from the agency anyway. Well, she's not a volunteer then. That's not how that works. That's not what that word means. She's telling Daphne not to worry about it. That just confuses me. She's a volunteer, but she gets paid for helping Daphne? It's an awfully roundabout way of doing things. Seems like a bit of a contradiction now. Okay. Yeah, you're right. We're on the same page. Kinda, yeah. So it ain't a case of the old lady getting swindled, at least. But yeah, something's weird here. There's gotta be some reason she's getting paid in that roundabout way. Anyway, those two came by earlier, right? Any idea where they headed after that? I recall Lula said something about showing Daphne the place where she works. I think she works at the concert hall in Riverside? The Riverside Concert Hall. That'd be the blue score then. Thanks much. Owe you one. I would think nothing of it. Stop by again sometime. You can afford my clothing, that is.
Yes, it's
Poor ass. That's what she was thinking.
Let's do this.
Is that... What the... A shady character.
That should get him off my tail. Wait, you?
Hey, heck of a coincidence running into you here, especially at this hour. You faker. Well, that article of yours on BuzzRadar, by the way. Let me guess, on the run from the paparazzi right now? What if I am? To be clear, that article is... Don't worry, I can make a guess. Completely accurate. I'm checking out talents or sport figures who've got ties to the Mafia, yeah? Can't say I blame you. But wild things aside, he has been going around all these shady spots for weird reasons. Wait, you got detailed info on him? I can't exactly spill too much, but I can tell you this. You can lay off the red comment. He's 100% clean. 100% stupid, but also clean.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So what was I even doing all this for?
I don't know. I think I'd shoot out my mom and Grammy for it, too. I got complaints about your handling your other job? The other job? I have no clue you could possibly mean.
Van, what are you doing here? And who would this woman be?
Oh shit, fucking BuzzRadar. She's got a moonlight, you know, as a nighttime reporter, because you know the guild ain't paying well enough. That's Elena Claire, the Bracer! Come on, I swear it's just one thing after another. This freaking main character harem-ass motherfucker. I have to go, but don't you dare think you've beaten me! That was Judith Lannister, right? The actress? What did she mean, beat? Yeah, you know her? Sort of. We just met her at an event before. I imagine you're more familiar with her than I. I heard you two got acquainted in Tharbad. Well enough to meet outside of work, too, it looks like. Come on, man. It ain't like that. I got a little faith in me. Oh, yeah? Alright, then. What are you actually doing out here in Riverside at this hour? Searching for someone, actually. Someone got dragged into working an underworld job without being aware of it. You're investigating an underworld job, too? Two? You up to the same thing? I am, yes. One of their scam victims made a request to the Bracers. I'm looking for a man named Clement. Right now, he's likely the go-between that hired the part-timers. Well, sure gets around, huh? Basically barking up the same tree, then. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it could just be that, like, they arrange her to get out of her house, but I feel like she would notice if things were getting stolen. Well, I guess she is old. I don't know. I came to Riverside because he had a report that Clement had been sighted here. You mind if I tag along with you? Because at first I just thought the lady was in on, you know, something shady, but they're making it seem more like she's a victim. Not at all. Might make things easier for all of us. Van filled a laying in on the current state of investigation. An idol named Lula, huh? Definitely looks like she's an unwitting pawn in this scheme. Sure does. Johnson puts her in a whole lot of trouble. No, it doesn't. Shut up, Van. Oh, fucking. Just because now you're a lawful Spriggan, you gotta say some cringe ass shit. Let's check out the concert hall. She's only in trouble if you're a snitch, Van.
Whoops.
What's up, Bermati? Okay, fine.
Well,
Making sure nobody's actually updated. Doesn't look like it.
Another happening night in
Would you like a cheese dog? A cheese dog? Oh, Lula? Nah, she went on stage today. And Natalie, you got any idea where she is? A little, I guess. I've been thinking about her a lot as of late. I did happen to see her. Stuck out to me because she was talking with some older woman I'd never seen before. That's a lead. Did you happen to overhear what they were talking about? I don't know, old people stuff. Kinda, something about grabbing tea at the food stalls? I think I heard something about trying out the tacos. Taco tea. Oh man, that's an idea. Tacos, got it. Thank you for the information.
Another happening night in store.
Well,
Want some 50% orange juice, Elaine? Maybe what about 50% apple juice?
Well,
Hello?
can we talk?
Right. Just before dark when Lula and this old lady stopped by my stall. Think they were meeting with some middle-aged man or something. He was waiting for him at the table. Kind of an odd group if you ask me. Middle-aged man? Maybe, come on. Notice anything outside of the ordinary? Can't say I did. Couldn't hear him all the way from here. They were talking for a good while before the man got real worked up. I mean, real worked up. Looks like things got real heated. I mean, real heated. So they up and left. Went right across the river. I was wondering what came of them. Don't know anything else. Sorry. That's plenty to go on. It is. Thank you for all the information. This is starting to stink. Agreed. I wasn't expecting someone likely to be come on actually crop up here. Need to follow their trail. And now. Their trail through daybreak. Agreed. Let's see if there's any other witnesses. You're under arrest for the crime of being old. Oh, what am I gonna do now? I can't believe this happened. Looks like something happened to her. This might be who we're looking for. Hey there, Granny, got a sec? Oh God, more youngins here to scam me out of my fortune. We'd like to speak to you if you have a moment. Van, pretending to be Elaine's assistant, inquired into Daphne and Lula. Why can't we just be partners? Why do we gotta be assistants? Why you gotta integrate a hierarchy into this, Van? Oh, for an A-rank bracer and her lowly assistant to show up just when I needed them most. Well, mostly just her. This must be the goddess's guidance at hand. You're right, yes, I'm Daphne. Thank you for confirming that. Now you're under arrest. Heard Lou was helping you as part of her volunteer work. I'm telling us what happened? Not at all. I have something to share with you, and I mean her. I don't talk to assistants. About an hour ago, Lula was taken away by a man called Clement. He straight up took her? This also just like popped the hell out of my jaw. Well, shit's getting urgent. To be clear, Clement was the man that introduced you and Lula, yeah? That's right. Until today, I wouldn't have pegged him for anything less than a kind and trustworthy man. Now I wouldn't peg him even if he asked. I came tonight because he wanted to discuss something with Lula and me. That's when he started trying to sell me some kind of medical insurance. Sounded splendid, but I'm not naive. I know when something's too good to be true, it probably is. Good on you for not falling for that old trick. I have some experience since I do have a different insurance already. Got a locked-in rate from before the revolution. I don't even have to pay it with modern currency. When I started asking for details, Clement couldn't answer me. Lula must have caught on to my suspicions, cause she also started asking him questions. He didn't like that at all and started yelling at us. And then he dragged Lula away? Yes, I tried to chase after her, but I lost sight of them right around here. I'm afraid if I contacted the police or the guild, they might suspect Lula as well. I don't know what to do. Okay then, think I got the picture? Don't worry, the guild will do the best we can for Lula's sake. Rest easy, you can leave the rest to us. Oh, thank you so much. Do you know where she might have been taken? No. Ain't hard to take a guess if around here's where you lost sight of them. Must have gone into the Blacklight District. Undoubtedly. Don't you mean indeed? We need to head after her quick, but we shouldn't be too careless either. Let me wait on by the entrance. Just tell me when you're ready. Got it. This would have never happened if I'd paid attention and realized this was a scam. I don't really get the scam. Like, I guess in theory it's like, oh, you're supposed to build up trust with the volunteer? But like, shouldn't the volunteer in that case be in on the scam so they would be committed? Which, I mean, maybe she was unwittingly? Because I guess if you get this, like, lonely old person and you spend, you know, a couple months, like, becoming their friend, and then you say, hey, you should really buy this health insurance. Really, I don't know if you should be getting health insurance for him. Probably some life insurance. I mean, come on. I mean, she's already, like, rich, so she doesn't really need the health insurance that much. One second. Okay, choosing this will cause the main story to advance. Your free time tonight will end once you do the rescue mission. Well, let me hold off. By choosing to hold off, you're locked into the bad end. Lula's actually the most important character in the game. You've never heard of her before, but she's super cool. She's basically the coolest. Actually, that's actually not true. I mean, that we have heard of her before. She has been a more active influence by being a random NPC. Let's go put him in the trash. I'll contact Sayla, my client, to make a progress report. Van contacted Sayla and filled her in on the situation. After she pleaded to come with them, they set off. Together, the three of them headed into the Blacklight District in pursuit of Lula's kidnappers. And so...
You stupid bitch! You just had to run your mouth, didn't you? All you had to do was sit quietly next to me and nod your head like a good girl. Everything would have been just fine. But no, you just had to run your mouth. All that money I could have swindled is gone. Out in the drain.
How could you deceive a woman like Daphne? That's just horrible. Like, shouldn't you have just had one of your goons do it? If I knew that was what you were after, I never would have gone along with any of this.
Newsflash, I don't give a shit. You have a job to do. That's all that matters, you understand? You sucker people in with that sweet innocent face of yours, and then I swoop in for the kill. I figured that old hag was an easy target, but nope, she's sharper than she looks. I've still got some tricks up my sleeve. Maybe I can pull something else on her. I've got this insurance plan, and you're gonna get her to take it out for me, alright?
Why should I?
Don't even start with me. You took on this job, and you accepted my payment. That means you're obligated to do the work, little lady. Your feelings can't do the job for you.
You think she really made her sign a contract for volunteer work? And even if you did, I don't think your contract can be, hey, you've got to do something illegal.
Why don't you run out on our deal here? You're gonna regret it, capiche?
Unless maybe they actually are offering a real, actual health insurance service. It's just overpriced. I told you, if it's the mirror you want, you can have it back. I don't care.
That's not how this works. It's not about the money. It's about the deal. You can't just walk back the deal now that you're taking it, see? You're in it now, whether you like it or not. Now be a good girl and stop.
Let me stop you right there.
Oh, God. Frickin' do-gooders.
Who are you?
The hell do you want?
Oh no, the heroes come to save the day. I'm just shaking in my boots. Sure would hate if you were to transform into some fucking demon monster. Hero I ain't. I'm a Spriggan. I don't give a rat's ass about that goody two-shoes shit. Meanwhile, flashback the entire game. Van mostly giving a shit about that goody two-shoes stuff. America's my client told me to fetch that girl. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm asking you nicely to hand her over. Great, one of you pricks. You Spriggans I've heard so much about. Now you're the first one I've actually seen. Look, buddy, you're barking up the wrong tree. The girl's with us and she's not going anywhere. Now, if you don't get out of my face right this instant, we've got problems. You heard the boss scream. Go on, get it. What a friggin' dumbass. Guy really thinks he can walk up by himself and take on all of us? Well, yes. Plus, the game doesn't trust us to actually do it, though, so Elaine's here. Who said he was alone? Ah! Hey, I know that face. Of all the goddamn times. Nice work, Elaine. I've got the girl. How did you... What the... Sailor, you shouldn't... Lula, over here! Sailor, is that you? You been stalking our ass? You're not getting away, you little... Whoopsie there, forget about me already, pal? Run, you two, we'll take care of these guys. Do we? Are they not dead? Are you shitting me? Want some more? You guys don't know when to stay down. Put your hands up and surrender yourselves. You're only digging yourselves in deeper. For the love of seriously, a bracer and a Spriggan ganging up on me? This shit blows. What are you doing? Did I say you could lie there? Did I? Get your asses up and get them. Yeah, okay. You guys are gonna be real sorry. Oh, they're actually making us fight them?
You're in for it now. I'll beat your ass.
Fine, let's play.
Brace yourself.
Here goes.
The Let's Play's over? Plus 8. Lane's not even gonna get an XP. Jigs up, pal. You're the only one left standing. Mercy, please! I'm taking you to the guild. You're allowed to answer for your crimes here and your relationship with A. Do I make myself clear? A? I'm really more of a B kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? If I had to have any alphabet allegiance, anything but that. So he was working for him all along. That does track, yeah? I'll let you handle the rest then. Make sure the guy pays for what he's done and pays good. Of course, you have a good night. Clement was taken into the guild's custody and made to confess his crimes. After looping in Daphne to the day's events, Van escorted Lula and Sayla back to the Tyrell
That
district.
takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
He was taken to the secret Bracer prison and never seen again. And actually, more likely is that it doesn't matter what you do, the Bracer's just gonna, you can go free. Thank you so much for your help. We can't thank you enough. I'll admit at first I was like, really? That's Elaine's guy? But the way you two moved in perfect sync was dazzling. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous. What? Read the room. Sorry, please ignore. Come on, let's go.
Finish your job already?
Would people stop stalking me? Hey there. Sorry for going off my own fee.
It's no biggie. I'm just glad everything got taken care of. Besides, I've got no interest in being a third wheel.
We're not. You're gonna have to go easy on her. She's more touchy than she lets on. For example, you start moving the conversation just a little towards her age. First off, not funny. Second off, not funny. Second, I'll have you know I'm still in my early 20s. Of course, my apologies, ma'am.
Don't feel bad, Elaine. I can be a little sensitive about my age too sometimes. Anyway, I'll go report to the guild for you. Have some fun, you two, okay?
She can be such a tease. Ain't she something though? Not a day a Jaeger from a famous corps like Zephyr joins the guild, let alone one trained by the Purple Lightning. Shows up and immediately helped out in Tharbad, and she's got a lot of room to get even better, I reckon. Agreed. At this rate, she may even surpass my records. I'm going to be honest, Elaine. You don't measure up. I don't care what the game says. Though sometimes a dour expression crosses her face. She must miss her friends back in Erebonia dearly. Regardless, I must admit it's been a massive help to have her around. I think she's beginning to settle in here little by little. I mean, like, Elaine, how many world-ending threats have you fought? Just, you only have to, you know, hold up a couple fingers. You're not holding up any fingers? Okay, that's what I thought. Once a student council president, president, always a student council president. You don't get to say that. I was the only vice president when you were around. Rena did things differently, so it's up to you to play the perfect prez. Where have I heard this story before? Remember the play we did on the last day of the festival where you do not get to bring that up again. That was all your fault. Isn't that... did Van stay in school? What grade are we talking in? Wasn't he like tortured by then? It's gotta be. Wonder what they're talking about. Sucks to be famous. It has its pros and cons. When I introduce myself, sometimes I can make use of my reputation. Looks like you call yourself a Spriggan. True enough.
Knowing you, I imagine you've already eaten dinner.
Oh, have we?
I had enough to hold me over. But I could go for a drink. Want to come with me?
Smash cut to the gang on the side of the road because Van was too hungover to drive to Longlie. They gotta walk the rest of the distance because the car's wrapped around a tree.
Dingo, why won't you just listen to me? I need you with me at the Tyrell times.
Like I said, I'll leave the honest journalism to you. Sorry for the trouble, Bramati.
Oh, please. This is nothing. Don't you worry about a thing. Still, if you ask me, I think you're more than ready to leave the back alleys yourself. It's been 8 years, you know.
It's not a matter of how much time's passed. Besides, I feel like my current path suits me better at this point. You should be saying that to Van.
Oh my! Is that him? Cheating on me with Shino? I can't say I'm not jealous, but she's been refining her craft a lot lately. Oh my, my!
I think it's just orange juice, man.
Looks like our boy might finally be starting to move on.
I want to chase Scoops together.
Go ship. Dingo, there's a ghost ship.
Here are the gimlet and grasshopper that you ordered.
Thanks. They've both got just the right amount of foam.
There's no foam.
Your shaking technique has really improved, Shino. I'm impressed.
Thank you for saying so, but I'm still not a patch on Bramati. Well, please enjoy your drinks.
I mean, the green one, I guess, kind of looks like that could be foam, maybe.
Ah, this is lovely. Still, I see you like even your cocktails sweet.
So we're gonna discuss that the one time they're drinking cocktails, they don't play the track that's talking about cocktails?
Well, not all the time. Come to think of it, I've shot back a few with Renee, but I guess this is my first time doing it with you, huh?
We were too young, remember? Although I suppose that didn't stop you at the school festival after party.
Whoa, time out. Van underage drank? Oh, I can't. I'm not with the fucking despicable ass fucking main character. I'm done. We're done. The series is disavowed. All right. I mean, like the child murderers and whatnot. Okay, I could accept that. That's like whatever. Alcohol? Underaged? I see why everybody thinks he's a piece of shit.
I got no idea what you're talking about.
I swear, you two are why they say boys will be boys.
Van's trying to play it cool, but he just knows his ass just got canceled. He knows that he's done for, man. Considering someone has been avoiding me these past 4 years, we really haven't run into each other much. I kind of think that we've ended up with a lot of shared acquaintances, Bermati, Sheena. And I suppose that actress qualifies now. Hey, don't look at me like that. She's just a client. It's just what happens when two folks work in the same city. Especially when our jobs are like two sides of the same coin. I suppose you're right, though what does that make Ren? Heads or tails? He's the edge of the coin, or the guy with the coin in the palm of his hand. Good point. I thought he made a very fitting career choice when he decided to join the Ministry of Home Affairs before graduation. I never expected he'd end up transferring to the CID when it was established and became a rival of sorts. That's just the kind of guy he is, like how he acts like a venerable older brother figure, even though he's only a year older than us. Incidentally, he seemed surprised when he learned I was joining the guild. Happily, he wasn't opposed either. He was like my only ally outside my circle of friends after a certain someone disappeared. Hey, I was doing my brooding, okay? You don't know what I went through. Potentially. You really haven't changed at all these last 7 years. Or the last 15 for that matter. While we're talking about not changing, you do know it's your fault I ended up with such a sweet tooth, right? All you do is stuff a poor impression of a van full of chocolate and macarons in your family biz all the time. Perhaps, but Ren got just as stuffed and avoided sugar addiction, so I can only think you were doomed to end up this way regardless. I really don't remember you having this much of a sweet tooth when you were younger, though. Are you sure something didn't happen after... Sorry, didn't mean to rip at old scars. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Still, I don't got any regrets by ending up this way. Adds a bit of fun to life. My employees always look at me funny, but if they're gonna complain about me loving sweet stuff, you can give me theirs, I say. Or I'll dock what little pay they get. I have mixed feelings about your career choice. Yeah, okay, so? We do the same thing. I've been feeling a little better about it lately, seeing the sort of people you're attracting. I really didn't expect you to end up with a student of Professor Hamilton working under you, though. Attracting's definitely the right word. Yeah, it's like I'm a magnet for hard cases these days. Hard cases, you mean orphans? I guess Rosette's technically different since she's on loan from Marduk. You can't loan people, Van. I'm honestly shocked at how much you seem to trust her. Not that I have any doubts about how capable she is given her employer. She's capable, alright. I know I can trust her. I'm sure I can say the same about her bosses. Marduk, so shady. You can see the shadow for a slag. You ain't got anything on him, do you? They're as much of an enigma to us as the society is, I'm afraid. Still, you're the one who has a contract with them. Good job signing away your soul to the slag-long shadow. It's a cool sword. Saber, whatever we call it. It's cool. It's got shock capabilities. Shino, bring me another Alexander, would you? I would like a white lady, please. Certainly. Damn, I really wasn't expecting you to go and foot the bill. How's a guy supposed to look suave if you won't even let him pick up the check? I was the one who invited you here, and please, that idea is so old-fashioned, it's covered in moss. We're going away next weekend with your team, right? If you really want to buy someone something nice, treat them instead. Besides, as I'm sure you're already aware, but being an A-rank bracer pays rather well. Wait, what the fuck? Whoa, is there like a massive pay increase when you become an A-rank bracer? Because B-ranks, we know we didn't get paid for shit. Jeez, rub it in some more, why don't you? And you can treat next time. How does that sound? Oh, the tab will be way bigger next time anyway. Could always call Ren too. Oh wait, I got a better idea. Let's make him pay. Let's save that for when we go to someplace really expensive. In his line of work, the guy's probably loaded by now. I mean, well, it depends. if he's like shady and corrupt, yeah, he's probably loaded, but if he's like a good government worker, he's probably not. I mean, his base salary is probably not that high. Now, does he have connections and information that he could maybe leverage to acquire a large amount of wealth? Yes, probably, but, you know, depends on what you think about him. No buses run this late at night. Night, Elaine. Here's to a good working relationship from here on out. That will be entirely dependent on you. Good night, Van.
Van.
What's up? I'm gonna miss the damn subway.
Are you really going to go on that trip?
Yes. The chapter's something relaxing and long life? What? We gotta go get our ass kicked by a sword lady. What's gotten into...
It's nothing. I hope you have a good time. Don't forget, you're a leader now. Don't get too carried away out there, okay?
What was that all about? I haven't seen her out like that since we were kids. It's so long since we first met Horacio all those years ago. He was the daughter of the biggest family in the area. Ren was the son of a government man slaving away his life far from home, and sounds like she stopped talking to her family after joining the guild, though. Maybe there's some kind of problem in her personal life she's not talking about? I mean, I think she thinks something's gonna happen when you go back to Long Life. I gotta make up for what happened 7 years ago, but maybe I should talk to her about it sometime. Did the trip? Were we leaving like the next day? Did my trip? Are we back?
Okay, I'm gonna head out now.
We'll be right here when you get back. Be careful now. Take good care of her for us. We're counting on you.
Oh, okay, so she's our +1. I know. He's in safe hands with us.
Thank you for looking after her. If she starts being selfish or making a fuss, don't be afraid to give her a talking to.
Make you walk back.
We want you to have lots of fun, but we also need you to be a good girl, okay? And don't forget to brush your teeth and use the bathroom before you go to bed.
Yeah, especially that last one.
I won't.
We had to draw straws on what would happen if there was an accident, and Erin will be the one to clean it up. She's always a good girl. She'll be fine. We'll be sure to keep a close eye on her at all times. I'm Katra. I can help her pick out souvenirs or something.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, this conversation might take a while, so I think I'll go make us some coffee first.
Would the conversation really be that long? Because, I mean, the only thing he wouldn't really know is just the identity of Yume's father. Unless she's, like, lied and said that he died or something. I mean, I guess that could be a situation where she's been lying to her dad about what happened. So he doesn't know that it was, she just walked out. Vroom vroom, this car's the bestest, isn't it? Little kids are so easy to please. And what's wrong with that? It's good to enjoy little things in life. I'm glad the inn was understanding about her coming with us. Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't have any issues since you're so young. Sure enough, we didn't. The best inn in Long Lot knows how to do right by its customers. It was considerate of you to propose that we look after her. Her guardians have much to discuss, after all. I imagine they got right into it as soon as we left. Max may end up having to talk with Victor, too. There's no shortage of things he's got to answer for. I'm just saying, you guys are... It's just so funny. The way the series will overlook murder like it's not really that big of a deal. But this guy... I mean, I don't really want to downplay the cheating, but... they're not really comparable crimes. You don't see part of the family? He's got to rebuild those burned bridges, brick by brick. And if he screws up and gets himself burned, I'll point and laugh my ass off. Family. Now this is the part where Van's too hungover and wraps the car around a tree. I don't like a light already, huh? Well, it wasn't early morning for her. I'm not surprised she's tired. It's almost 9 a.m. Oh, actually, I guess Van's not driving. You said we would be arriving around 12:30, if I recall. Somewhere around there, yeah. Since we got Yume with us, I'm planning to make a couple pit stops along the way. I wonder who's calling. I don't recognize this number either.
Hello. Sorry for calling you so early in the morning.
That's how you know it's still the early days of like phone service, the fact that somebody answers the phone with a number they don't notice. You would never do that shit today if you have like any common sense. This is a surprise. Nita! Also, shouldn't you recognize her number by this point? Isn't she... Well, she's calling from like a different number? She's an actress we handled a job for a while ago.
Oh, I didn't expect everyone to be with you. Wait, are you on the road?
Yep! Talking and driving. Yeah, we're on a major one, so we can get a decent enough signal. Actually gonna be out of town for a few days. You didn't have another job for us, did you? Not quite. I don't really want to impose on you either. Well, why don't you tell what's up? Can't guarantee about a help, but still like to hear you out for saying for sure. You know what? Since this game's not gonna let me save, we'll figure out what's up next time. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.